A very good evening, viewers. You're watching South Speaks. The topic of today is AIIMS in South India and how the politics around it has become a flashpoint right now. Healthcare for all, viewers, should ideally be the aim of any government in power, but now there's a furor over AIIMS, and healthcare seems to have been thrown out of the window. Now, the long-standing demand for an AIIMS in Karnataka's Raichur district has ignited political tensions. On one hand, Karnataka Medical Education Minister Prakash criticized the Modi government, and he says there has been stepmotherly treatment towards the state during a legislative council session. Despite Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's meetings with the Prime Minister and several requests, he says the centre remains unresponsive, even though the state is prepared to provide essential infrastructure, he claims. Now, the Congress has accused the Modi government of focusing only on North India and neglecting the South in terms of development. Firstly, let's listen in to all the Congress reactions that has come in.
There is no doubt about it that all non-BJP ruled states are being treated differently. They are discriminated against, which is totally wrong in the system of governance. It's a federal system of governance. We are a union of states. Without the states, there is no India. So therefore, you must understand the structure, you must understand the powers of the state and the powers of the centre. Finances of the central government comes from the state. They must distribute it equally.
कर्नाटक में जब से कांग्रेस की सरकार बनी तब से वहाँ पहले खाद्यान्न के मामले में इस सरकार ने सौतेलापन किया, फिर विकास के लिए मिलने वाले पैसे में सौतेलापन किया। जहाँ जहाँ गैर भाजपाई सरकार है वहाँ केंद्र का रवैया नकारात्मक है और सौतेला व्यवहार होता है। मैं उनकी बातों का समर्थन करता हूँ।
The Modi government, whenever it comes to South India, particularly Karnataka, they always do the lip service. They said that they will be coming up with AIIMS. They don't even bother to come and initiate the project. The same thing has happened in Madurai. South India is somewhat a second priority to BJP. BJP is purely based in North India. They discriminate against us in the terms of taxes. They discriminate against us in terms of development. So we expect the Modi government to stop this stepmotherly treatment and start the AIIMS hospital as promised by them in Raichur.
Now, meanwhile, it's not just the Congress, but its allies also have now backed these claims of discrimination against non-BJP states.
AIIMS has always been raising voice for federalism and in particular fiscal federalism. Our Chief Minister time and again written to the Union government that all the opposition ruled states are treated in a stepmotherly treatment. It's not about the GST dues that are getting delayed. Apart from that, a lot of the projects that are from the centrally sponsored schemes are given to BJP ruled state. For example, Kelo Bharat. Gujarat has been given 20 times more money than what has been given to Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. It's just an example. Any centrally sponsored scheme, right, or sectoral schemes, the BJP government is favouring BJP ruled state.
Now, in contrast, the BJP has dismissed these allegations. They've emphasized that there's a need to follow standard operating procedures before setting up AIIMS and highlighting that the increase in AIIMS has occurred only under the BJP.
There is a particular SOP, standard operating protocol is there. So all these protocol has to be followed up. Regarding the land, they have earmarked the land, they are claiming that they have earmarked the land and all those things. There's a big procedure for starting AIIMS. See, when it comes to starting AIIMS, when the Congress government was there, you know in the country how many AIIMS was there. They started with one during that time and Vajpayee had to come into power to increase the AIIMS. Now, after Narendra Modi's 10 years, you have more than tripled the total number of AIIMS. It's more than 15, 16 now, which is already announced and all these things. Regarding Kerala and Karnataka, in Kerala also there is some land issues was there. They changed the land from one place to another place and there was some protocol problem because there are technical issues here. If the technical issues are solved, I don't think there will be a problem. There is no stepmotherly treatment of any states.
Well, we'll open this up to our panel of guests joining us, but before that, I believe Manikam Tagore of the Congress party, an MP as well from Madurai, joins us now. In fact, before I go across to him, let me also introduce our guest today on the panel. And while we, of course, discuss AIIMS, this is not just going to be in Karnataka. The debate, of course, has now sparked off an outcry in Tamil Nadu, in neighboring Kerala as well. So while we talk about all of these aspects, let me, in fact, take this across to our panel of guests today. As I mentioned, from the BJP, we have Dr. Sudha Halkai, BJP spokesperson. Sathya Prakash of the Congress party also joins us. Kovai Satyan from the AIIMS, Dr. Satish Prasad Rath, doctor, scientist and founder of Sanatan and Skids, also with us. Let me first take this across to the Congress party. Mr. Sathya Prakash, we heard Mr. Sharan Prakash Patil, of course, through the last 24 hours, while in the council he's made specific charges. He said that the Chief Minister has made a representation. He himself has written letters. He's met the former Minister for Health, Mr. Mansukh Mandviya, made these representations. He says the state is completely prepared, but the BJP doesn't want to believe this. They said, in fact, before I come to you, Mr. Sathya Prakash, I believe Mr. Manikam Tagore is with us right now on the phone line, MP from Madurai. Mr. Tagore, what do you make of, now in Karnataka, the Congress is saying that there is a stepmotherly treatment that's being meted out to the state. And they're saying this in connection to the AIIMS, AIIMS that was supposed to be set up in Raichur. What do you have to say regarding this?
First, I need to tell about the Madurai Topur AIIMS, which is in my constituency, and this was a demand of Tamil Nadu for long years, and the discrimination which we are facing. This Tamil Nadu Madurai AIIMS, Topur AIIMS, which the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi himself, laid foundation stone in February 2019. Till of now, it has not taken off. Till of now, the work has not started. The same time BJP ruled states, they had laid the foundation stone and the whole thing is finished. But why this discrimination? Because for example, in Tamil Nadu Madurai AIIMS, the discrimination starts with the funding itself. For all other states, the funding is come from the central budget. For Tamil Nadu Topur AIIMS, the funding is through the JICA. That is, Japanese has to lend 0% of loan to the government for this project, which is completely ridiculous. Because now we have to wait for the money from Japan to come to us. The problem with the government of India is the stepmotherly attitude towards.
But this is a process that's going on, Mr. Tagore. When the Congress in Karnataka alleges there's stepmotherly treatment, the BJP is saying there's a process and protocol to be followed. Now it's happened in Madurai. There's a process, of course, that's going on. Yes, there could be delays and other aspects, of course, that come into the picture. And this is as far as any establishment of any structure or institution is concerned.
It is not like that. In 2019, when a Prime Minister who speaks about speed and scale laid foundation stone in February, and till of now there is not even a building has come up in Madurai AIIMS. Therefore, we have to understand the discrimination towards the states which are not ruled by Congress. BJP is the problem here. The discrimination, Mr. Modi and BJP.
Okay, so your charge is if this was happening in any BJP-ruled state, the speed of the entire institution setting up there would have been much faster and you would have seen progress on ground.
That is the discrimination. That only they want the cheap politics. BJP wants to do this thing in the cheap politics because they wanted to show when they are not giving the money allotted to Tamil Nadu, when they are not ready to give the money allotted for Karnataka, what else people will think? That because BJP government is not there, therefore the work is not happening. But people are not going to buy this argument in Karnataka as well as in Tamil Nadu. People knows well that the work of Tamil central government is to allocate money. Execution happens to the state government. Why the BJP's discrimination starts with this kind of thing towards the opposition ruled state is the question. The discrimination towards Tamil Nadu continues. The discrimination towards Karnataka continues. The discrimination towards Kerala continues. There is no AIIMS was given in Kerala. Kerala has long-standing demand for an AIIMS. No AIIMS has been given to Kerala. This is the way the BJP government, particularly Mr. Modi, treats the opposition ruled states.
Right, Mr. Tagore, that's an interesting perspective. We, of course, have the representatives from the BJP as well on the panel. We'll take those questions across to them. Thank you for joining us today here on Mirror Now.
Thank you.
Coming back to you, Mr. Sathya Prakash, do you want to add any more points to what Mr. Tagore there mentioned?
Have done to Modi and BJP that we are treated as second-class states among all the union of states. In spite of contributing the second highest tax to the center, we have given so much of money, we have given nearly 4.5 lakh crores as tax revenue to the center. In spite of all this, what wrong have we done? Even in the last election, we have given 19 seats. In last election, Karnataka has given them 26 seats. So politically also, Karnataka has not cheated Modi. Tax-wise also, we have not cheated Modi. Still, why is Mr. Modi showing second-class treatment to the Kannadigas and state of Karnataka? Why is this stepmotherly treatment to people of Karnataka? Karnataka contributes for every 1 rupee, it just gets 13 paisa, while for his home state, it gets 28 paisa for every 1 rupee. In spite of Karnataka contributing so much to the coffers of Modi, why this stepmotherly treatment to Karnataka? What sin have people of Karnataka done? The chief minister has met the prime minister and asked him. The concerned minister, Sharan Prakash Yadav, Sharan Prakash Patil has met the health minister twice or thrice and requested for the AIIMS. Health is very important subject. You all know. And why should Mr. Modi discriminate in giving us AIIMS? The BJP MLA was talking about, protocol and, all these terminologies. When there is why is this protocol and all these terminologies only for states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka? How come in BJP ruled states, everything is given in a platter? It's very clear that if BJP and Modi continues to have this stepmotherly treatment for Kannadigas and especially Karnataka, people of Karnataka will go to any extent to teach BJP and Modi a lesson in the future. Bopanna is all I want to say. How can you treat a state which is contributing the highest revenue to you as far as taxes are concerned? We give the highest employment in the country. Bangalore alone contributes to nearly 11 or 12% of the total jobs created in this country. Bangalore and Karnataka has become a home for so many other states in this country.
Okay.
Why not treating us as
We'll stick to AIIMS as of now. I know the debate, of course, has gone beyond AIIMS. And we've seen multiple, Congress and opposition party leaders talk about other forms of stepmotherly treatment that you're alleging. But today, let's limit ourselves to, the discussion around setting up of a grade 1 medical facility like AIIMS in Karnataka or in Kerala. Or in fact, now, like Mr. Tagore was pointing out, that even in Tamil Nadu, it has remained just on paper. Dr. Sudha, Halkai, I want you to respond very quickly to the two Congress voices that we heard.
Deepak, this is a clear-cut joint venture of the INDA alliances, which is seen over here to come up with a blame game and again a diversion tactics, I must say. And the INDA alliances, they don't have a cooperative federalism and they don't have the preliminary mindset to work on these issues. Second thing is, my government, Modi government has given the maximum facilities to the Karnataka government. Take it when it comes to the tax devolution, take it grants, everything 275 times more it is given what the UPA government has given. And there are 214 medical colleges itself in Karnataka.
Okay, out of tax devolution, like I said, Dr. Halkai. And okay, now you've responded to that, but let's not delve too much into that. Let's talk about the setting up of AIIMS because this is not today's issue. The demand has been there for quite some time.
As our MLA Bharat Shetty has told, they have not given the standard operating protocol. They have to produce that. Without producing that, how are they going to give the grants? Recently also when Mr. Nitin Gadkari ji had come to Karnataka,
that's not what Mr. Sharan Prakash Patil says. He says that the land allocation is done, provision of electricity is done, everything that, or the criteria that have been listed out by the center has already been fulfilled by the state. Multiple memorandums submitted to the health minister. The chief minister meets the prime minister.
Case, my government is working on that. More than 140,000 crores have been given to Karnataka other than the tax devolution and other than the grants.
Sudhaji.
What do they say about that? There is no stepmotherly treatment. Last time only they have given IIT to Dharwad, and so many, and there is a medical emergency in Karnataka with regard to the increasing steep number of cases in the dengue and deaths what is occurring, and they say that is not, Mr. Dinesh Gundurao says it is not a medical emergency. What they have to tell about that?
Let us limit to AIIMS.
Why are they
Well,
not
have a
looking
question.
into these matters?
Again, well, let's not deviate, Dr. Sudha Halkai. When we deviate from the topic, what the viewers don't understand
Okay,
is
Deepak,
what
okay,
they've come
Deepak,
here
I'll
to
get back
really
to you.
understand.
I'll get
Because
back
this
to
is
you
a
to the
debate
point.
around AIIMS.
The one of the tallest leaders of the Congress hails from this part of Karnataka. He is there he has a rich experience in the politics of Karnataka in past 50 years. Why he has not got AIIMS over here? Why only one AIIMS was bought in the 50 years of Congress government, which was there from Panchayat to the Parliament. After Vajpayee's tenure, he has got some 3 to 4 AIIMS. After that, it is Narendra Modi ji who has come up with 21 AIIMS colleges
That's the
in
question that we are asking.
India. And
Okay,
more are still
now
yet
the
to
discussion
come.
is about how many AIIMS were set up under the BJP and the Congress. But again, the debate today is about why no AIIMS still for Karnataka or
It
for
is very
Kerala.
clear
This is
cut,
something that
Deepak.
has
It is
become a
very clear cut. They
flashpoint.
have not
Also,
given the
let me bring in Mr.
operating
Kovai Satyan
protocol.
as well. Mr. Kovai Satyan as well. Okay. I'll come back to you because you have to respond because probably the AIIMK will have a few interesting aspects to mention too. Mr. Satyan.
Yeah.
It's a blame game between national parties. BJP will blame Congress, Congress will blame BJP. That's what's happening. Despite of whoever is power in the center, Tamil Nadu has always been treated as children of the lesser god. 2019, the stone laying foundation was there. It is the responsibility of the state to do the land acquisition and give it to the center. COVID stuck, we couldn't do much. Then the change of government took place. It's a 60:40 ratio. 40% of contribution has to come from the state with respect to finance. We initiated talks with the Japan while we were in power. MK Stalin went all the way to Japan. There were no such talks which took place regarding funding of AIIMS. MP Manikam Thakur was here. Which constituency it falls to? I want to ask him, but unfortunately he left the show. As an ally, responsible ally, no, Congress didn't question MK Stalin on why there were no talks on the fund sharing from Japanese government. He went all the way to Japan. So this blame game is what happening in the development projects of Tamil Nadu. Whether it is Congress or BJP or whoever it is. Now the person from Karnataka is crying that stepmotherly treatment to Kannadigas, you don't even release Kaveri water. There is a direction from the Supreme Court and all your action are amounting to contempt. And you are taking a moral high ground, blaming the others, saying that your people are being
Mr.
deprived
Satyan, I believe again we are debating from the topic.
Irrespective of whoever it is in the center, they always treat us as a step treatment. That's it. Children of the lesser god. That's how we are being treated. Whatever schemes, whatever we ask for, they take their own sweet time.
Okay, let's not get into the Kaveri debate. That's not the point of the discussion here. But another very important aspect, Mr. Satyan, that I want to really bring into this debate is while, of course, Kerala demands for AIIMS, Tamil Nadu is talking about AIIMS, now Karnataka is saying the stepmotherly treatment. Are you providing enough medical facilities in the current institutions that are there? Are you, improving the infrastructure? Are you, really looking at the shortage of staff that there is, in most of these hospitals in the state of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala? Because just having AIIMS, will that in any way change the health infrastructure in any state is also a question that comes up. That's why we also have Dr. Satish on the panel here. Dr. Satish, how do you really look at, infrastructure in southern states? In terms of especially manpower and all of this, because on one hand you have to demand for AIIMS, on the other, are the states providing enough?
Hospital because of the
10 seconds, I'll take 10 seconds.
Hold on. Let Dr. Satish come in as well. Let him speak on this.
There is no debate on the quality of treatment from AIIMS. That doesn't
Satish.
mean that AIIMS only can provide better health care. Tamil Nadu and Kerala already tops the list when it comes to healthcare.
Thanks for having me.
Precisely, Mr. Satyan. Precisely the point.
We brought 11 medical colleges in one single year. 11 medical colleges in hospital.
Okay, precisely, Mr. Satyan. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
So
let's break the I'll take your point forward. Let's let Dr. Satish come in.
Thank you so much for having me in the debate, and this is definitely a very healthy debate. So if our politicians are fighting for having more healthcare infrastructure into the state for their people, for their constituency, this is always should be encouraged. But from healthcare management point of view, one thing we need to identify is this comes out to what is center's contribution towards the tertiary care and what is state's contribution towards the tertiary care. So whenever the first AIIMS were actually thought about, it was thought about those states where the health indicators were not good. So this is a pride actually for the southern state, because the southern state health indicator like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka is far better than the northern state. That's why, the initial AIIMS were, instituted into those states where the tertiary care infrastructure was not very good. Now, what were the, central government funded central government funded tertiary care infrastructure? So let's say take example of IIC, or let's say NIMANS, or let's say take care of Sri Chitra Tirunal, or let's say take care of, Madras Medical College and everything. These institutes by their own reputation have come to National Institute of Importance. So central government now identifies there are several, institutes which are of national importance, which are directly funded from the central government, as well as the tertiary care are also funded from various aids and grants by central government. So if you have to make a, able debate, I think, Karnataka or Bangalore is not going to, benefit a lot from a AIIMS, because, there are AIIMS-like institutions in, let's say, Karnataka, like NIMANS, or let's say, a Kerala is not going to benefit much out of a AIIMS, or a Tamil Nadu is also not going to benefit much out of AIIMS. Though I must admit that, if, Madurai has been started and it is not taking shape, both the state and the central government should be actually gearing up for that. But the real fight should be that, if my kitty of centrally funded tertiary care infrastructure is, let's say, X, I should be demanding X plus Y, not particularly, an AIIMS. So I don't see any particular benefit to have an AIIMS in either in a Bangalore or a Chennai or a, let's say, Kochi or a Trivandrum kind of a thing.
Okay, interesting point of view there. I also want to introduce Baswaraj Kadasa. He's, from the Raichur AIIMS Horata Samiti. Very quickly, Mr. Baswaraj, we have little time on the debate, so I'm going to come straight to the point here. We have the BJP, the Congress, we also have the AIIMK and a doctor, all of them, of course, sharing their perspectives on this topic right now that has come up and been raked up by the Karnataka minister, that there's a stepmotherly treatment here being meted out to the state. Now, the BJP says that they have not, followed protocol and SOPs. That's the reason there's a delay that's happening. Give us perspective here. How long have you been pushing for AIIMS in Raichur? Have you all submitted any memorandums to the BJP as well under the BJP regime to be it Mr. Yediyurappa or to Mr. Bommai?
I think I'm very bad to say that, regret to say that in the tenure of Yediyurappa and Sri Baswaraj Bommai, they made a blunder mistake upon our Karnataka region. Actually, especially Baswaraj Bommai, he promised us in the public meeting in Raichur, okay, it should be established in Raichur itself. But what happened? He did a mistake and he made injustice to us. Okay, he wrote a letter to Honorable Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia to establishment of AIIMS only for Hubli Dharwad and AIIMS like hospital for Raichur. Who told, sir? That is a foolishness of Baswaraj Bommai. He made it.
Okay, so you're saying a memorandum was submitted even during the time of the BJP, Mr. Baswaraj. Is that right? So you made a memorandum even during the time of the BJP? Okay, we have little time, Mr. Baswaraj. It was good to get that perspective from you. We'll speak at length, of course, as we take this story forward in the next few days. I'm going to take that response of yours directly to Dr. Sudha Halkai there, because Dr. Sudha, you were just mentioning earlier that, SOP is not being followed, the Congress hasn't done enough, and then unnecessarily blame the center. If the interest was there for the state BJP, every time they were mentioning about the double engine government, they are saying memorandums were submitted from the time of Mr. Yediyurappa. So you had ample time to take this forward, ensure that all the SOPs are followed, make the double engine government work. Why wasn't it chugging through?
Deepak, I should remind that the highest unicorn setups was there during the double engine sarkar. The highest foreign investment was there during the double engine sarkar, and all that has flourished in Karnataka.
We are talking about this debate. We are talking about this topic.
That's what I'm coming to that point. I'm coming to that point, Deepak. If there was standard operating memorandum submitted, then definitely they would have accepted. There is some lack, because of which it was not picked up. Otherwise, there is no pity politics or stepmotherly treatment that our government has given to Karnataka. There is no question about it, because the highest funds were given to Karnataka, and take it the airport, take it the highest number of the highways which was done, and take it regarding the water connections and all. It was done to the core. So there is no question that AIIMS was not taken over here. There must be some lacuna. There must be some this one from the state government which they have not produced. Because of that, they have got
So
it.
that's exactly what I'm saying. It was also under the BJP. So what was the BJP doing if they were looking at the interests of the people, the double engine government and the promises that came in like that? So why did the BJP ensure that the SOPs were followed during their time itself?
It is my central government which has given the highest health schemes to India in the past 75 years after independence. Take it the COVID vaccination, apart from the UPA government which has not given vaccination for the Zika virus. Then take it the insurances, take it the pharmacies, that is the Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendras, and the number of medical colleges, 82%,
Okay.
more than 82% of medical colleges and AIIMS. Out of 50,000 medical seats,
Okay,
now we have one.
okay. The BJP says healthcare has been priority of the center. They've been providing to every state.
Yeah,
Let me very quickly come to the Congress spokesperson here, Sathya Prakash. I have just about a minute. I want this response. Dr. Satish had a very interesting point to make. That, city like Bengaluru or even in Karnataka, is there a need for AIIMS as well?
Bopanna, we need to understand.
Okay, hold on. So I have just about a minute. I want Mr. Sathya Prakash to come in about whether the request is even valid when you're not able to, fill up vacancies in government hospitals that are already there, improve the infrastructure. Does AIIMS really do any good to the health infrastructure of the state of Karnataka? Or for other southern states here?
Bopanna, we need to understand that AIIMS was supposed to come in Raichur, which belongs to the Hyderabad Karnataka region. This region is suffering the most. It's the most backward region. All the injustice that has been meted to Hyderabad Karnataka region, the people of Hyderabad Karnataka region have taught BJP lesson. All the 5 Lok Sabha seats they lost there. And most of the seats in assembly also they lost.
I have little time, so I don't want to cut you short. So respond to the other thing that I asked you as well.
So what I'm trying to tell is, this BJP government was itself there when all the acquisition process took place. They failed the people of Raichur. Today, health is in the concurrent list. Both state and central are responsible.
Okay,
it is you
please
who had
respond to
AIIMS.
what Dr. Satish also made a point of whether an AIIMS is actually a necessity at this point in time, or can you work on improving the current infrastructure at the government hospitals?
See, we have a government hospital in Raichur. But the whole region as a whole, those 6 districts of Ballari, Koppal, Raichur, Yadgir, Bijapur, Gulbarga and Bidar needs a big specialty hospital. Super specialty hospital is a problem in that area. And all the way they have to come to Bangalore.
Okay.
Which is nearly 550 to 600 kilometers. If there is an AIIMS, a super specialty center will be there. We have district hospitals, we have medical college hospitals, but there is dearth of super specialty hospital which AIIMS will cater to.
Okay.
Why should people transport?
Okay, get your point.
I
get your point, Mr. Sathya Prakash. It's been an interesting debate, of course. Over last half an hour, we've heard different voices from different parts of the southern part of India, where they've spoken about the importance of the AIIMS. On the other hand, we've had a perspective of whether AIIMS is actually necessary and whether it's the need of the hour. The BJP says that the centre hasn't been giving any stepmotherly treatment, but some of the southern states and the opposition parties believe otherwise. This is not a topic, of course, that's going to die down anytime soon. We're going to keep following up and bring you the latest on all the developments. Thanking Mr. Sathya Prakash, Dr. Satish and Dr. Sudha Halkai and Mr. Kovai Satyan for joining us on this debate. That's it from me. On the other side, the urban debate coming up with Shreya Dondial. Don't go anywhere.